Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out Sometime Alone, collectible locations where we find 2 documents, 3 relics, 5 GPS caches, 10 mushy mushes, and the Stormguard Sanctum tomb for Tomb Raider. Alright, so this level pissed me off beyond belief, but I'll get to that in a minute. So right after the little section here with the camp, we're going to turn around and actually go backwards because we will find the first document from Roth, who has left us behind and only left a tiny little apology, which, you know, we could have done without. So feel free to use the camp, use any skill points or upgrade. Regardless, you will get a Lara journal, so you want to make sure you do that. And head down the stairs and off to the right immediately. If you use your keen sense, you can actually see the first mushroom, which will start off our Red Cap Roundup, where we have to find 10 mushrooms to complete the challenge for the XP. Then right around the corner from mushroom number 1 is going to be relic number 1. So we'll go ahead and grab that up and just throw it in the bag. So it looks like it's a dynasty dagger and looks pretty old and rusty. So we'll go ahead and keep that for later doings. And now we're going to go around the other side of the chopper here. Take a peek, see if we can find anything. Oh, some salvage. And keep on keeping on down the way. And I promise. It's the other way, though. Behind the tree. So there's a tree over behind the chopper. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the next mushroom, which is pretty easy to find. It's just hiding behind a tree, and it'll illuminate orange if you use your sense. So we're going to backtrack a little bit, pick up some salvage, and make our way to the first GPS cache. So we show you where the map locations are each time, because we kind of are going back and forth, unlike our traditional methodical ways where we try to do like the right side first or the back first or whatever. But we have knocked out that whole first little area, so we will proceed into the second area where we will actually encounter some baddies. You're going to want to take as much care to be as silent as possible during this. You will definitely run into some baddies, but the less they, see you, the better. Along the way to the path to the baddies, if you actually have made it there, turn around and go back, because you can see we just picked up the 3rd mushy mush. And I don't know how many, where these are going, if they're going in a bag or if we're eating them, but I sure hope Laura can handle some hallucinogenics. Because otherwise we're going to be seeing shit. And that's the last thing we need when we're raiding tombs. Okay, so there's lots of ammo scattered throughout the level. There's lots of arrows too. You're going to want to make sure that you use as many arrows as possible and make sure that they're not flaming arrows. Now, the reason is because there's roughly 15, maybe 20 guys floating around this camp scattered throughout the woods. And trust me, you do not want them all coming at you at once. I actually had it happen once. I shot a fire arrow on accident, had to start this all over again. And trust me, it is not fun. What's up, Jellin? What's up? All right, so there are also plenty of little rope coils around trees and whatnot. And we'll get to those in a little bit. But like I said, and as it's noted down in the bottom, we're going to want to go ahead and clear the area. And as long as you use your arrows and you're smart about how you're taking guys out, I mean, as long as 2 guys aren't standing side by side, you probably will have very little problem doing this. Just make sure you take cover and, again, use your arrows as opposed to pistols or anything explosive. That dude got a little suspect, like, huh? What's that? It's important that you don't miss. Otherwise, they will unleash the fury. As you can see, I just keep headshot, 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 which is not only good for our stealthiness, but it's also good for the XP factor. So make sure you're looting bodies along the way so you can get that loot or trophy / achievement. And over here on the bridge, we'll give you a quick peek on the map here before we grab it. Kind of in the northeastern corner over there, you will grab mushy mush number 4. So, and then we'll head on over to relic number 2, which is not too far from here, but, it's a little bit back there. So, this one is one of the lengthier ones to get from point A to point B. If you want to go ahead and use the quick link buttons, we tried to shorten that up a little bit, but at the same time, it is important that you know where we are and how we get where we're going. So, that is why it's a little lengthy. Plus, you can see I'm still looting some bodies. So Once we get the bodies looted, we'll head there now. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we're going to backtrack all the way back in this corner over here, kind of in the front right as opposed to where we are now and where we started. And we're going to head for this craggy wall in the back where we'll try to scale and jump up and get up there, which we can, and climb all the way to the top, which when we get there, we find a little stump. Now, you can definitely, jump off, or you can turn around and run to the side and scale this other one and go up top. Once you get up top, make sure that you take a peek around, because guess what? We got that relic for ya. We got that relic for that ass. And we also got some arrows, too, in case you were needing some. Here's another dagger. This one's a little bit more fancy. God, could you imagine being stuck with something like that? Boy, that would hurt. I mean, a knife, smooth, in, out. That looks like it would just rip your insides out. That's no good. No bueno. All right, so once we make use of the rope, arrow, and the other stump, we can go ahead and use the zip line to get down to the bottom. Whee! All right, now we're at the bottom. We're going to head for mushroom number 5 because our trip is wearing off. And, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if she was eating these along the way. Popping them to see things, like maybe she could see better at night. That'd be a cool little feature. Totally inappropriate for the youngsters. But at the same time, I don't know if that'd be the developer's fault or the kids' parents who are buying these games for the kids. And if you're one of those kids, look, I hope you got your shit together and you aren't monkey see, monkey do, and you can make a positive impact even while watching negative things. If you're not one of those kids, then you should put this game down and wait till you're old enough to play it. All right, there's the Happy Thumbs disclaimer. Whee! All right, so you can see there we just knocked out mushroom number 5 as we were given our drugs are bad and good speech. And we'll go ahead and head for mushroom number 6 where we double back over the river, and you can see we're heading right along the river's edge. But be careful, though, because although we tried to clear the area, we have not fully cleared it. So there's usually some giveaways, whether it be some, cracking of the bushes and branches, or whether it's talking, or whether it's a flashlight. But either way, there's often some sort of giveaway that there's some more baddies alive. And I believe there's still 1 or 2 more up around the corner, but we'll save those guys for a later part of the video. But under these little plateaus over here in the very corner of the map, you'll see a mushroom behind another tree. I don't know why they like growing behind trees so much, probably because they're harder to find. But you'll use your rope arrow to take down the rope coil and pull down that little, I don't know, I guess the doorway. I don't think it was supposed to be a doorway. It was more of a wall turned into a doorway. But once you get up there, you're going to want to turn around. As you can see, we made a wrong turn. Should have made a left at Albuquerque. But we had to turn around and double back, not double track, and get up there and get that GPS cache. And so after that, we'll go ahead and head down for mushy number 7, which is just right around the corner on a ledge up above. So it's on the kind of the back wall is what it feels like when you're playing, but at the same time, it's the south wall. Booyah. I guess that would be the back wall. South wall. Booyah. All right. So we got that wrapped up. Now we're going to head on over to GPS cache number 3. And because we can go ahead and mark things on our map and use it to our advantage, why don't we? We don't always do this, but every once in a while we find the need or the handiness that it provides for us, and we'll go ahead and do that. So this can get a little frustrating. You're going to use your rope arrow to climb up, and then this will be one of the first trapeze events that we'll be doing where we actually drop from one to another. And as you can see, I kind of had some troubles lining up my shot there. I fell onto the same one that I fell off from. Once you get up there, though, this is the tricky part, and this can be a pain in the ass. You got to make a leap of faith all the way over to this rock, and it's kind of tricky because you got to jump through trees. You can't really see where you're going, and it may take you a time or two. Once you get over there, it is worth it, though. And then you can drop down, and I suppose you could probably come in from this way, too, which there's a slide that we accidentally hit a little bit later that drops us right down in this little pond area, waterfall area. But when you're in here, regardless of which way you come there, make sure you go all the way to the back and grab that GPS cache that's sitting there ever so nicely for us. Then right around the corner, you're going to see a little rock crack, which we're used to seeing those in this game. There's lots of little crevasses that Laura likes to fit into, which I don't blame her. I like fitting into tight crevasses too. But you'll go ahead and slide back there and grab mushy number 8, which will then put us on a journey for relic number 3. Whee! This will be the last relic for this area, which is nice. And, you know, we're still just kind of milking everything for salvage and everything, and taking every piece we can. We have gotten the Salvager Trophy / achievement, or whatever it is, Salvager. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it is again, but I know you have to earn 5,000 salvage along the way, and we actually just achieved that, so yay. So here we go again. Here's another flashlight being a dead giveaway that it is a, in fact, bad guy. And right around the corner, you'll see there are a couple more sitting there. We'll actually come back for those guys because, you know, I guess you can take them out now. You can take them out later. There's a mushroom right there. But most important, I'm going to note now, earlier in the video I said this level kind of pissed me off, and it was frustrating. The reason being is that there is an objective point coming up right around the corner, right past that mushroom and those guys, and it actually takes you away and you cannot come back. So I had to actually fast travel back to finish this level. But before we get too sidetracked and talking about that, make sure that you follow the blue dot, as you saw in the video, and make it up on top of the ledge and get that relic by using the zip line to climb up from the cliffs over on the side. And again, that is just right around the corner from the final destination. So now that we've got the area so quote-unquote clear, it allows us to access the base camp, even though those dudes around the corner are still alive. So knowing that those guys are there, we're going to stick over this side, and we're going to grab some salvage here, and right by the base camp, inside the building there's actually the second document, which will wrap up our documents too. So we're basically getting to the home stretch here. A couple more mushies, one more GPS cache, and a tomb, and we are done ski. So I also had to come back at one point to this area to actually get some ammo, because I was on Shipwreck Beach, and I was trying to blow up some mines, which you'll get to later. And I ran out of ammo, and I didn't have any ammo on the beach, so I had to come back here. So I teleported back here not once but twice, and didn't really benefit a whole lot from it. I did finish the level, and I actually edited it in such a way that I felt pretty comfortable with. You guys can be the judge whether it was good or bad. But this is where I made the mistake. So right here, I go grab this mushroom, and as you can see, I did kill those guys. So there was another edit that took place. And in the original video, I actually move on, and you can see where the edit is because it goes from night to day. Hey! I tried to provide the same stance as much as possible so it didn't look too freaky, but it's kind of hard when you're flipping a light switch on the outside. It's pretty obvious. So right along this same wall that building was that we just got inside and salvaged the crate, there is a entrance to a tomb, and it's the Stormguard Sanctum tomb. And we're going to go all the way back through the cave. And this is another one of those spots in the video. If you've already beat the tomb and you're looking for the collectibles, we do have quick links down below for easy access. And I probably should have mentioned that a little bit sooner, and I think I kind of did. But regardless, they're down there. By now, if you've been following HappyThumbsGaming at all, you should know that there's a couple things that are consistent. One, we are now, as of 2013, always putting any kind of collectible links to items of interest down in the description there. And on top of that, we have always had the HTG at the end of our searches, and the reason for that is because it makes it easy for you guys to find us. We know that we're not the only people providing videos out there, so by adding the HTG at the end of your search, it'll actually help you get to our videos. So after using the camp inside here, you're actually going to want to light the 2 torches up top that hang from the ceiling. And once you light those, you're going to actually look up and shoot the natural gas brewing there. And once you do that, you want to make sure there's one last tiki torch up top. You want to blast with your fire arrow. As you can see, we've already done it there. But you're going to want to make sure that there is no smoke in the air, because that gas will not only hurt you, but it will kill you if you stay in it long enough. So, but the goal is to get right up top here. Once you get up top, there is another tiki torch we're going to light. Booyah. And then this was a little tricky. It's obvious we got to blow those up. And I lit them on fire, and I figured they would just melt away. But no, they didn't catch on fire. And so we're going to get a little creative here, thinking, okay, let's try to knock that. No, that's not it. Okay. We're going to walk out on here and take a closer look and almost fall. No, let's backtrack. Okay, that's not it. All right, light it again. No, still not working. Oh, third time's the charm. Booyah! So, as you can see there, that's all you got to do. There's also a craggy wall there, so you're going to want to jump out and use your rock climbing axe to attach yourself to it, climb all the way to the top, and get your reward, which is some XP and the GPS cache locations for the area. So you can see 1,250 XP is definitely worth your time. And you can see that we also got the Summit Forest map all handled now because of our findings here. So we'll backtrack out. We do stop and spend some points, I believe, but we fast forwarded through that so you wouldn't have to bear through it. And now we're going to keep on keeping on and go grab the last mushroom and the last GPS cache. The GPS cache is actually on the way out after you fall down the little slip and slide. But, or I shouldn't say after you fall down the slip and slide. It's down that way towards the slip and slide. But before even heading that way, make sure that your counts are all good on your stats there. So you can see there, we actually are short 1 mushroom. So we're going to hightail it over this bridge on the right, which we've kind of already been over in this area. But somehow, some way, we were not keen of where this was. So there's a quick peek on the map. It's literally dead center in the northern part of the map. And that'll complete Red Cap Roundup. Now we're probably going to have to sit down and have a little party now that we got 10 mushies. That's 2 for each of the Endurance members. Oh, yeah. And, whoa, that was weird. Did you see that? How it just changed? It was over on the left. Now it's on the right. Aha. So we marked that GPS cache so that we would not miss it on our way out, because the last thing we wanted to do is teleport to this area one more time, because that is not good. Now, because we have teleported back to this, it actually does not allow us to get to the part where you can't slide down. There is a room full of wolves here. I highly suggest blasting every single one of them with arrows, because you will get 20 XP for the headshots. Once you're done with that, go ahead and shoot this deer hanging from the ceiling here, or steer, or whatever it is. It's totally messed up, but it is what it is. And swing out, use your axe to hit the craggy wall. And this is the room. So off to the left there, you can see there's rocks blocking what looks like a little hobbit hole, but that's the way out. You do not want to advance down there before grabbing this GPS cache. I even did it on the first time. So yeah, make sure you grab that GPS cache, and then that'll go ahead and wrap up level 17, Sometime Alone, where we showed you where all the collectibles are and walked you through the Stormguard Sanctum tomb as well. So hopefully you guys didn't monkey see, monkey do. Go get some mushrooms for the next level, because that'll make things way interesting. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe. Head on over to Facebook and Twitter if you like what we're doing. HappyThumbsGaming.com is getting plumped full of information. We're looking for some feedback from you guys to see what you want. More polls, more info, more reviews. What do you guys want? Let us know. All right, you know the drill. As always, until next time, see ya.